What's up, everybody? It's Lameka here, and today I want to talk about entrepreneurship. All right, let's get into it. So I said I was going to be talking about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is my jam. I love talking about it. I love taking action towards what it is that I want to do. I love helping people take action towards what they want to accomplish in their business. And so one of the things that bothers me the most about entrepreneurship is people think it doesn't cost. It costs. It costs money. There is no way you can start a business without having some type of money, okay? So that is the first thing that I want to address is it costs to be an entrepreneur, okay? And so there are many ways for you to be able to afford being able to start your business and start your entrepreneurial journey. You can, save for it. There are many ways to save for it. You can do crowdfunding for it. So there are a lot of options for being able to get the money that you need to be able to begin your entrepreneurial journey. But I just want to make it real clear that it does cost to start your entrepreneurial journey. Because being an entrepreneur costs money, I do not recommend that you quit your day job. I know entrepreneurship is glamorous and everybody talks about how it's great to just be able to do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, don't quit your day job. Keep your day job, because keeping your day job, while it may take up some time, it absolutely can make your entrepreneurship journey much easier. I've done both. I've done it to where I was full-time working, and I've done it to where I was a full-time entrepreneur. And I will say, I like it when I am full-time working and I'm a full-time entrepreneur. Okay. So make sure you don't do things with cutting off your sources of income because you're so excited to get your entrepreneurial journey, or the hype around being an entrepreneur, and you're not financially prepared to be able to set yourself up for the ebbs and flows of what happens when you are an entrepreneur. Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? I don't know that I necessarily labeled myself as an entrepreneur. I just knew that there were things that I wanted to do, and I did it. And now I've come up with, or I haven't come up with, but now I've heard the term multi-passionate entrepreneur. I would consider myself a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I know you're like, what in the heck is that? I like to try different things. I love to have different businesses. That is what I love. I have Height Goddess. I have a real estate business. I also am in, I rehab mobile homes. I have owned a weight loss business. I've done so many different things. And a lot of those things, they didn't work out, but I still tried it, and you just continue to try. So I didn't necessarily see myself as an entrepreneur or label myself as an entrepreneur. I just went and did it. And so being an entrepreneur is popular right now. And so this is why I asked the question, is because entrepreneurship is hard. It is definitely hard. So what are your reasons for why you want to be in entrepreneurship? Is it because it's glamorized, or is it because it's just naturally your instinct of what it is that you want to do? What's the difference between being an entrepreneur and a business owner? Like, legitimately, I want to know, like, what is the difference between being an entrepreneur and being a business owner? So if you'll comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. I know I can Google it, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I want you guys to tell me. So comment below, let me know, what is the difference between being an entrepreneur and being a business? So what is your goal as an entrepreneur? My goal for being an entrepreneurship is really taking the things that I decide that are important to me and taking my ideas and bringing them to fruition. That is really my goal. Some people's goal is to make money as an entrepreneur. Now, obviously that is my goal, absolutely, to make money as an entrepreneur. But my bigger goal is knowing that I thought of something and I decided to move forward with it, and now it is a reality and people are enjoying it, they're experiencing it, and they're loving it. So that's my goal. So I've talked about being an entrepreneur. It costs money, okay? I've talked about why do you want to be an entrepreneur? What is your goal as an entrepreneur? And the bigger part is, what are you going to do? Like, what is your plan for being an entrepreneur? I talked about earlier that you don't want to, keeping your day job is essential. And so, because you need to plan out your time, like what steps are you going to take to move forward with you starting your entrepreneurial journey? And planning out your time is very important, because not only do you have a day job, but you may have a family and you have other activities that you want to do. You want to hang out with your friends and you want to do all these different things. So what plan are you going to put in place so that you can take the steps towards your entrepreneurial journey if you decided that this is the route that you want to take. So make sure that you plan what you need to do in order for you to be able to put your action steps forward towards being. The final thing that I want to share with you about entrepreneurship is understanding that pivoting is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine to pivot in your business. I have had to pivot so many times in my business, and sometimes I thought it was like the end of the world. And I had to say, Lameka, just like, it's okay. If you want to go in a different direction, that elevates you and takes your business to another level, it is perfectly fine to pivot. Don't be held hostage to a certain way of doing things. If you're not finding joy in it, then you do something different. One of the things that I had to pivot with Hype Goddess is when I first started out, I was creating jeans, and that was really because at that point when I created Hype Goddess, it was because I didn't have a pair of jeans. Well, when I started, I didn't want to wear jeans anymore. I was like, I really don't feel like making jeans. Like, I don't want to make that anymore. So I decided and I pivoted to go in a different direction with my business. And I always knew that if I wanted to come back to doing that, I could do that. There are so many changes with social media. I am not a social media person, although I know YouTube is a social media. But social media, YouTube for me was the social media platform that I felt I was most comfortable with. But it took me forever to be okay with just putting out videos. And so I had to pivot away from knowing that I didn't need Instagram. I didn't need Facebook. I didn't have to have those businesses. I was always about having a direct connection with my customers. And for me, that was direct to consumer via email and via text messages, that I wanted to deliver my message when I could deliver my message, and not just being, waiting for the platforms to, change their algorithms and those types of things in order for my consumers or my customers to do that, to get my message. So like I said, it's okay to pivot. It's completely okay to pivot. It took me a while to grasp that, but I just want to share with you that it is completely okay to pivot. So I hope you've enjoyed this information about entrepreneurship. This is all what my channel is about, is sharing my entrepreneurial journey. I will go into my next video. I will talk about the logistics of, setting up your entity and setting up your trademark and getting an attorney and getting an accountant and those types of things. So those nuances I will get into. But at first, I just want to know, do you really want to be an entrepreneur? And entrepreneurship is hard. So be sure to smash that subscribe button so that you let YouTube know that you're enjoying my content. And until next week, peace.